Let's see what's today. Special February 25th Planning Board meeting. Because we had to cancel last week, and I apologize to everybody. We had a number of issues, including illnesses and deaths in the family. Sorry about yours, Judy.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and then snow.
And yours.
And mine, yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, first thing we have is a setback reduction on West Shore Road, Normand and Carmen Paquette. That would be you guys. Okay, do you want to, I guess you have to use the podium there, and tell us what it is that you're looking for?
They have been to the board once already.
They have?
Sidewalk.
Okay, perfect. So then it should be pretty fast.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess to recap, we have a cottage at 275 West Shore Road that's 20 by 36, and we'd like to put a foundation under it and expand it to one-third by volume and square footage, I guess, and we had also in the application put in to apply for a garage, which apparently we can't do at this time. We have to make a separate application for that. Judy, Teresa, and Dave, is it?
Kurt.
Pardon me?
Kurt.
Had gone to visit the property and looked at the setbacks and the stakes and all that. I don't know how much information you want specifically in reference to that. I don't know what else to say in reference to that.
All right, so all we're looking at is a 30%.
No, we're actually looking for a
The only thing
relocation.
we're looking at is whether or not the cottage should be relocated, moved back.
They want to put the full basement?
Foundation underneath the house. So Patty's already done the 30%. We did the site walk and looked at it. There's a couple limiting factors. The north corner of the house now is 15 feet from the water with a deck that actually brings it, stops away
It's 20. The deck is 25 feet, I think.
from the water right now, but it's on a pretty steep slope there. But if you move to go back to get it outside the 100 feet, their septic systems are, brand new septic system is already there.
But it is a fairly
Flat,
flat on the top of the lot there.
yeah.
And it looks like you can it could, well, not easily, but it could be moved so the wall furthest from the water could be brought back to the 100-foot
Right.
setback, which would move it back substantially
The other, I mean,
from the water.
Scott explained to us they're going to change the roof pitch on it. So basically, you're still ending up with the exact same square footage of roof because they're adding the second story. Biggest concern I have is with putting the foundation under it is backfilling around the foundation where that north side is so close to the water now. I don't know how you're going to effectively be able to get equipment in and out of there and sediment and erosion control and everything else.
Well, either way, we're going to have to do some erosion control there if we're going to dig on the site.
Yeah.
Regardless, we didn't.
It's just that it's so, like, if you look at the contour lines on this side, they just,
You want to take a look at that?
yeah, they just, you know what I mean? Because this is like the plot plan. Actually, it's,
Well, no,
actually,
that's
it's
somebody
this one,
else.
yeah. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, where's your put that?
No, it's pretty straight, too. I thought they changed the lines. It drops off really steep to the lake on that corner. I mean, appreciating the owners, too, because if they just jack up and dig underneath it, it's a lot more cost-effective than to jack up and move it.
But the
But-
ordinance says to move it back to the greatest practical extent.
Yep.
So whether that slope limits that,
It's like, yeah, but like Teresa said, you get moved back and you're actually on a flat spot. Then the site is all gravel, so it's not going to be hard digging.
So how much could it get moved back? How far from the water would it be then?
well, it's, what is it, 36?
Yeah, I think you could
So
probably
if the
get
back
maybe,
wall is at 100, then your new setback would be,
maybe move back
60.
30 feet or something. Yeah,
yeah, it
you'd
would
be
be
like,
maybe 30 feet more
Yeah.
than it is now. It would go from a 25-foot setback from the water to about a 60-plus
Feet from the water.
from the water.
So that's, I mean, that's the, looking at it, I mean, that makes the most sense, to move it onto the flat. And that keeps them, that's in keeping with the ordinance, too. They also propose that the site, maybe they don't put the foundation under the house. And, in that case, they do the work there, but so then the house stays where it is, it just doesn't have a foundation under it. So, I mean, those, I guess there's two options. One is, if we say it's got to move back and they decide not to put the foundation, they could actually do the construction, leave it right there.
Because all they need is a 30% then.
Right. Because moving the foundation, once they jack it up, that changes the location requirement.
Just now it's pillars.
I mean, you could stay on the sonotubes, it's just,
Right.
you might have to replace some or
Right.
double them up.
We could do the 30% expansion without the full foundation. Structurally.
Because everything's carrying out to your outside walls.
Right. There would be, we would probably have to, because we're changing the roof pitch, and most of the sonotubes are what are now the front and back walls. There's only one in the center of the 20-foot dimension, which is now the gables, which is probably still fine. Again, we're going to orientate the bearing back onto the 20-foot walls by changing the roof pitch. I think it would be fine. I think the issue right now is how close to grade it is. It's fairly, I guess it would be
6-8 inches at the
yeah,
most.
probably the northwest side is fairly close to grade, so they also wanted to try and get it up a couple feet at the same time.
Scott, how far up would it raise the camp by moving it back? Would it raise it over
It
3
wouldn't,
feet?
it's fair where the northwest corner of the camp sits now, the grade there is the same as pushing it back to the the furthest on the site would be the furthest they could probably push it back is having that 36-foot rear wall along that 100-foot line. And again, I don't think, and being on the site, I don't think it's going to get you 65 feet off the water. Once you orientate it back there, what is now the northeast corner is still going to be fairly close to the water. The deck won't be as close to the water. I still think that northeast side is going to be closer than 65 feet. So I guess I'm uncertain what the board's concern is and what I guess you're trying to obtain by having them move it.
The biggest thing is the ordinance says to move it outside, 100 foot for the new construction.
To the greatest practical extent.
Right.
And the septic was just outside the 100
Fact,
foot?
yeah, that's,
Yeah, the septic system is, let's see, it's, you
43
got
feet.
43, okay, let's see, 43 is 28, no, okay, the center of it is about 28 feet from the 100-foot line.
Okay.
Or does it show?
The thing is that those are those dogleg lots when they, they change. So it's
25 feet. there.
it's not like the lot is straight, so you don't gain a lot.
Yeah,
it's a
I mean,
narrow-
it's cockeyed a little if
Yeah.
it was, just turned a little end back because you're so close.
What did
to
you
that
say? It was
side
6
line.
feet or 8 feet from the corner, basically the south corner right now is like 8 feet from the line.
It's 10 feet 5 inches.
Okay.
Is that a 7 there? Is that
Yeah, that was
7
before
feet?
Mr. Vitko See, there was a pin and there was a tree that was marked red. I went with the pin initially when I strung a line across that, and I had 7 feet, but Mr. Vidko, my neighbor, told me it was a tree. I don't remember
Yeah,
seeing
there
the
would
tree
be
with the
orange on
red.
it.
Well, to the left of that, down bottom, there was a pin down there, but apparently that pin was not the lot line. It was, I have no idea what it was, but I had initially assumed that was the lot line.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, you know,
We still don't know what that is.
Hope lightning doesn't hit the tree. So, I mean, that's what we're looking at on it. I understand the homeowners, you know,
Yeah.
they've got a great view now.
yeah, I know,
But,
I'd hate
And
to...
really, if you move it back,
Yeah, we'd be almost behind our neighbor, actually, Mr. Grigoy there's, and, you know, we kind of appreciate that view.
It's beautiful.
I mean, yeah, and the deck is literally, I mean, you could fish off the deck practically. But so I mean, that's the biggest thing is, you know, keeping with the ordinance as to what's the most practical thing. And I understand what you're saying, but I mean, you could almost build the foundation, lift the house up and move it, so you move the guys, or are you going to lift it, or are you going to have somebody lift it?
Oh, we'll have someone who specializes.
So, because they could, I mean, if you have the foundation built, they could lift and move all in the same operation rather than having,
That would, if that was what was required, that's probably the route we would go, right?
yeah, because they
Yeah,
just
we
said
would,
it.
there's I believe
Minimize it.
probably enough room to dig a 20 by 36 where you're proposing it be placed, and then just lift it and have it moved, but
Yeah.
obviously.
So that's, I mean, that's,
So is that what you're still leaning towards, is the full foundation?
Pardon me?
You're still thinking of going with the full
Yes,
foundation?
yes.
We
Yeah.
basically would not want it to stay on those tubes. It's just too low to the ground, and it's not really practical.
Right, because obviously the whole reason that they're doing this is, not only is it a 30% expansion, but it's going
Yeah.
to become,
Yeah,
it's not going to be seasonal anymore. It's-
yeah, we're
They're going to live there.
we plan to move there. So,
So are you, based on what was said about 65 feet, was it 65 feet?
yeah, it's, I
Maybe-
mean,
Right, I mean, maybe we should consider something less than the 65 feet just to make sure that fits, but we are bound to move it to the greatest practical extent. The whole purpose is to ease the strain on the lake.
yeah. I mean, where it is now, doesn't matter which roof, you know, the existing roof or the proposed roof, they're both going to shed equal amount of water. One runs east-west, the other one runs north-south, so it doesn't really change where they are. The lake is around both sides of them, so it doesn't, one roof pitch doesn't offer more water to the lake than the other roof pitch. So that's the thing, is if you move it back, you've got some chances. You know, Maine doesn't have as much sediment control or water collection issues as some other places do.
So the best way to
Can I
phrase
see that sketch
a
when you're done?
motion would be the distance to the lake, right?
I think it's distance to the septic system, because the lake is, you know what I mean? I think it's hard, we can say the septic system, because that's a fixed point, whereas the lake, really, the way it goes down, I mean, that's, you
Yeah,
really
but
need a
they're asking
surveyor
for
then to...
But they're getting a setback reduction, so you have to say do it from the lake.
Yeah, but,
It's not a reduction from the septic system, it's a reduction from the lake. So
You do not have the authority to reduce the setback from the lake, so you don't want to word it that way.
No, what I mean is what you're doing is you move it to the greatest practical extent, but I don't think you can say in relation to a septic system, you have to demonstrate you've moved it further from the lake. That's the requirement. So if you don't measure from the lake, you haven't demonstrated it. If you're using another datum point, such as the septic system, there's no reference to the fact that you moved it away from the lake, which is the whole purpose of that paragraph.
I mean, we could word it in the sense that it's moved away from the lake towards the septic system to the,
Yeah.
to the greatest possible, and using, The only thing I worry about with the lake is the way the lot curves. You know, you could say from the lake, but it really, you know, might be 80 feet here, but it might be whatever, you know, 20 feet here, 10 feet there. Whereas if we say to the septic system, you know, we move it away from the lake towards the septic system and frame it that way, that you've got an actual reference point on ground that you can work off of, and we can say in the, you know, we can, the way we word it, we did move it away from
The lake to the
The
greatest
greatest
practical
practical
extent, which by measurement on the lot would be such and such feet from the septic.
right from the septic.
Could I interject? Could we use, since we've established that 100-foot setback, we actually had a surveyor go out there and establish that, could we use that as a reference point
Yeah.
rather than the septic? Because you know, I guess, and what I'm hearing is you're looking for a setback reduction because you're not going to be able to push it beyond the 100-foot requirement. Then can we, it's going to be hard, to, again, with the curve of the lake, it's going to be hard to establish what point of the house is going to be at what distance off the lake. But if we keep, I guess, if you're requiring them to move it, if practicality says we keep the back of the house parallel to that 100-foot line, then
Yeah.
we can, I guess, establish
That makes sense.
fairly easily.
Because that's actually got 2 points, so that's an easy one
Right.
Yeah.
to build from. And that's about the same, you know, it's roughly what the house is now and that 100-foot line, that the back of the house being on that 100-foot line, it'd be roughly the greatest extent you could move
Okay,
it.
so that's
So-
how it could be worded.
So, rather than saying parallel and everything, would we want to say that the entire back wall would be outside the 100-foot line?
I think you just say,
Because you could have one point, well,
I think you could have the back wall the way that lock, because that line, the way the line goes,
well,
The 100,
yeah.
okay, so
Well-
you can't,
well, that wouldn't be, no, because
oh, right to it.
the water, then, is that the 100-foot line?
No, it's right
Or-
here, isn't
The
it?
line goes diagonal across the
Yeah.
lot.
But how, that's,
I mean, the biggest thing, Scott, is if we worded it so that the back of the house was parallel to that line, would the house fit on the lot?
It's,
You know what I mean?
it's hard, right,
Diagonally.
it's hard to say now.
When we need a
if
side
we can
setback
keep-
or-
Right, if
It
we
doesn't
can, if
appear
we
that
can
it
keep
would.
it parallel, we would have to go out there and string that 100-foot line and cordon off the size of the house, including the deck that exists now, because they just want to rebuild
Yeah.
exactly what they have. Obviously, if we've got to move it, we're not going to be able to keep the deck attached. It's going to have to get rebuilt.
And that was what,
this looks a little confusing. Is it 99 feet from here to here?
It's from,
Because
okay,
they've
the
got 100
99-foot line goes
it's
from
like
the
in a
lake.
45-degree angle, so you're only gaining square root of 2 from the, whatever.
But this 99 is not this straight line.
Yeah, that's the lot line.
That's the lot
Lot
line.
line.
But it goes at an angle, you know what I mean? It's not going back perpendicular from the lake, that's why the 100 feet is further back.
Right, but if this is a 100-foot setback, where's this 99 is to this point, though?
Yeah.
That
But
99,
then-
that's the
Oh,
original
okay.
Yeah,
lot
because that's the
line.
original
Yeah.
lot, right
Okay, I
there.
see.
And then they got this much when they took the hill
Oh.
off.
I mean, if we worded to the point that the house is moved, so that the back point of the house is on the 100-foot line, and maintain side setbacks, that way that gives
You-
you the flexibility of,
I don't
But
think
see,
that the
that's
house
not far
doesn't
enough
meet
away to
any
the-
setbacks right now, according to the ordinance, and moving it, you're still not going to maintain any
You
setbacks.
can't
100
put it right
feet
on there
side.
because it's not far enough away from
And the
the
set-
septic.
But when we looked
It's
at
not
it,
have to
wasn't
be-
the 100-foot marker of substantial difference from distance
from the
to
septic.
the marker to the septic? So what we looked at, I think, on the face of the earth was different than what this drawing
Yeah.
shows.
Because there was a separation between the 100-foot line and the septic.
The way the lot goes too, it's a little deceiving because it kind of goes like an L.
Yeah.
Right, but when we were out there and we saw a post and we were
Yeah.
told that was 100 feet, the
Yeah.
septic was quite a ways
Yeah,
beyond that.
yeah, it was
I think-
28, it was 28 feet.
Yeah, the
That-
septic
that-
was, but
that-
they
that-
had a
that's-
2x4, the center of
that
the tank
square
was
in
closer
there
to the 100.
is kind of representative of, maybe
The
where
edge
the
of the
garage,
septic
we were
hits
planning to
the
put the
hun-
garage.
According to this drawing, the corner of the septic hits the 100-foot mark.
No, that was a preliminary idea for where the garage was going to be.
Oh, okay.
that's
That's
where
not
the
the septic?
septic-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
the
sorry.
septic,
Garage
the
is-
septic system, like I said, the center of the septic system is 28 feet from the 100-foot line.
That's what, I mean, I think if we can do that, if we can move the house back to that, because that still leaves you 28 feet. I mean, 10 feet is the minimum to go to the tank,
Mhm.
right?
15.
15? So, I mean, I think 28 is, because that line is established, and it's easy to measure that line. If we say the back of the house has to be,
Back corner?
yeah,
Because-
a point on the back of the house has to be in contact with that 100-foot line. That gives the ability to
To pivot.
position it however you need to fit it into the lot.
And you realize we're probably not going to be able to meet side setbacks.
Yes, no,
which-
you're not.
So we can
Which
grant
they
down,
already, the camp as it exists now doesn't meet
We can-
any current setback requirements.
we can do as part of the motion is to give you a 10-foot side setback, down to 10 feet, because you're what, 10-foot 2 now? 10-foot 8?
Pardon me?
Can't go any closer than that.
Yeah,
I was going to say, before if you're going to require them to move it, I think it'd be best for us to go out there and place this thing before you guys make a motion.
that's great, I mean, that'd be,
I'd be more comfortable with that rather than you guys pass a motion and find out if we go over there.
you have to build the house at a 45-degree
Right,
angle.
it's going to be kind of messed up.
That makes-
Well, actually, it doesn't matter though, because if we did that and granted a 10-foot setback on the sidelines, and then you can't do it, it doesn't matter that we voted for that. You'd have to come back with another plan. If it does work, then you don't have to come back.
Okay, all right,
I
that
mean, we
sounds,
can-
if it's...
If we can go down to 10 feet,
Then,
and if you make it, you make it, and if you can't, you'd end up, well, actually, probably not even, well, you might
ZBA
end
then
up
at
back
that.
here.
well, see, because that new part of the lot is 55 feet across, and that's consistent across that part, and you're
So you're 15.
36
And part
at a
of,
bias to that line, so...
I'm wondering if part of the problem on the sideline setback isn't going to be that deck as well, once you move it back and pivot the
Well,
house.
in reality, what they have to do at some point, either an hour later, is they got to do the math. To maintain a 10-foot setback on each side, how far off the 100-foot line do they have to be?
Yeah, because you're in the, I think you're going to be
That's
in the
really what
dog
you're
leg
saying.
there. You know, that's where you're going to be building it, so you're going to be, no matter what, it's like ping pong inside those lines.
Well, I can tell you right now that it's 36 feet long. If we put one point of that camp at the 100-foot, that's 55 feet wide there. You only have 14 feet.
I thought it was the
thought it
width,
was
20 foot, 36 on the length,
Well, it's
36
20 plus the
with the
deck.
soffit, right, or running along the
No,
eaves.
it's 30, I thought you were saying that the 36-foot length was gonna have to be, one point of that long leg of the house was gonna have to be on the 100-foot line.
No, the
I
20
was
foot,
thinking the 20-foot
20
side.
foot side.
Oh, okay, all right, well, if that's the case.
Yeah, one of the back corners would be on the 100-foot setback line.
Okay, yeah, I think if it's the 20-foot dimension, then
And that still gives you the ability to position the house so that you get some, it's granted, it's not the same view you have now, but you still can position the house to get a nice view of the lake.
And that setback is going to be from the drip edge, not from the wall.
Now, the deck, if it doesn't fit, but a deck's more than 20 feet, right? If
It's-
20 feet is the
it's,
house,
uh,
20 feet.
10.5 by
It's
22,
22 or so along that 36-foot dimension. and it's-
yeah, 10 feet 5 from
Oh,
the
right.
building.
But I mean, Patty, if they take the same deck, can they move it to the front of the house as long as they keep the same square footage?
You mean towards the lakeside?
Yeah, right now it's It's on
If
the
they take it
side,
off the side and put it on the
front.
water
Oh, it's
front.
pervious, it's pervious surface,
you're
impervious
It's
surface.
still
not any
gonna-
more than it was before, I don't,
It'll
as
be
long as
back,
it's not closer to the lake,
Yeah,
I don't think it matters.
because I mean, that would be an option, is you rotate it around to the front, and that gives you the ability to have some living space that's
But
somewhat,
then that would, whether that be, putting another door,
yeah.
changing your walls to the
It would-
door, things like
Moving the
that.
deck to a different location would change, obviously change the location of the sliding patio door that goes out onto the deck.
Yeah.
It would go from the long wall of the house to the gable end 20-foot wall closest to the water.
And you're so close to the 30 now, you don't have room to put a walkway in. So yes, you mean,
I think that's a minor thing with the walkway. You're saying a walkway down to the water?
no, I'm saying if you did move the deck, where the French
Oh,
doors
right,
are now.
right. Yep.
It doesn't matter anyway, either way, they would have, even turning the house with the 20-foot side along the 100-foot mark, they still need a setback reduction.
Yeah.
So why don't we just do that and say 10 feet on each, down to 10 feet on each side?
And the back corner to
And when the
contact.
Yeah.
that.
corner's in contact with the 100
Yeah.
setback.
So if I understand this right, pretty much the orientation that it sits on the lot now, as long as that northwest corner comes in contact with that 100 where,
Yeah,
and then just rotate it so we meet at least 10 feet.
yeah.
Do we need to give them a distance from the lake, or is that something we
I don't know if we
can't
can.
do? Yeah,
Oh, because,
I would,
Right.
I just wouldn't because
Yeah.
with that slope,
yeah.
you gotta
Right.
measure horizontal.
yeah, that's,
We just
in the
need that.
field, that's how.
And our obligation is to move it
back.
the greatest practical extent, not, Patty was right when she corrected me when I used the word setback reduction, that was the wrong word to use. So we don't have to measure, if it was a setback reduction, we would. But in this case, all we have to do is greatest practical extent.
So I'll make a motion that the house is relocated so that a corner of the back wall of the house is in contact with the 100-foot setback line. And as part of that relocation, they have sideline setback reductions to 10 feet.
I'll second that.
Okay, any other discussion?
And then all the usual
Erosion and-
control and revegetation and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All in favor?
There was another part of the application about the handicap ramp. I hadn't heard any discussion.
Well, that's going to be on, that will
What's it?
be on the northwest wall there.
Yeah.
Correct.
And is that really something that we need to handle
It's exempt from setback anyway. isn't it?
Yeah,
because it's a
it's
handicap?
handicap.
Oh, so it's exempt.
Yeah, it's got to be removed at the end when there's no longer a need.
Yeah.
It's got to be removed.
Anyway, we've got our daughter's guardianship papers here, I don't know if you need to see that or not.
That's all
Well,
Patty.
right now, I believe that side wooden stoop that's on there is about 3.5 feet in width. So width-wise, it would meet the width requirement for a handicap ramp. It would obviously just have to be longer than it exists now. If
How
I had
high?
to guess, by what you're requiring them to move it, it would be longer away from the water.
Because you're going to be how high above grade when you're done?
Well, we can adjust that, so it works out. Right now, I believe it's to the door sill, they're probably about 2 feet, so it looks like we may be about 4 feet to the door.
Well, it says wheelchair ramps are exempt from side, rear, and front yard setbacks, but not from shoreland setbacks, providing they meet the performance standards in Article 7 and Article 4 as determined by the planning board. So they're exempt from side, rear, and front setbacks anyway. But you can't put them within 100 feet of the water, except that we're already there now. And so I think it's just part of the building anyway,
Yeah.
in that case.
And it would be going further away from the
Yeah.
lake. Actually, it would probably end up being outside or pretty close to outside. So
Yeah, if I had to guess, it
It's
would
the opposite
probably come
corner.
at least to the back of the house
Yeah.
as it exists now to get the correct pitch on it, so.
Yeah.
Good.
All right.
Okay, I think you're all set with us then.
Okay, thank you.
These people have already put their topographical thing in there.
They already approved this
Right,
a
they're
while
looking
ago.
to
and
reduce
they're-
it.
Yeah, to 2 more feet.
There was more snow than this when we traipsed out.
It was cold, it was so
Who was this one?
cold. You, I don't think
Oh,
you
was that-
went, it
okay.
was
No,
just
it was
us
the
four
females.
girls.
It was a girls' night out.
What a, ooh, fun.
What was that? Yeah.
Yeah, that one that we went,
We went out to Log Cabin
we
Road.
traipsed through the snow and. So it was cold.
Okay, so that must be you. Yes. Okay, would you like to come up and explain how come you're back here asking for further reduction?
Yes. We had an architect do some work, and he kind of put something together that's going to work a little better for us, and it's going to change the setback. I have some drawings. The original garage was to be 20 by 20, and the new garage will be, garage size will be 23 by 29 with a porch attached that would be 6 feet by 23. And the new setback I would need for this would be 46 feet.
So why the change on the garage? Why the 3 extra feet?
The design, this is the garage. And the garage is going to come out further to give us more room. And the original plan also was to put a 5-foot, extend the building out 5 feet. But what's happened here, he came up with the idea of incorporating it so that rather than extend this out, we would have a staircase going upstairs into the garage, and which would be a bedroom. And what's happening here is where the garage, the original garage was 20 by 20. It's going to extend here 26, come across, then go another 3 feet, I guess. It's the design that is
You're
done.
having a bedroom over the garage now?
Yes.
That
would be
wasn't
this.
part of the original, was it?
No, it isn't, but we are going to need more room, and if possible, have a bedroom put up there. And one of the reasons too is that my wife has her mother's 88, and we may end up having her spend more time with us.
Well, I guess my concern is this 10-foot setback here. Looks like you're right on that. Just going to be able to maintain that from the drip edge, right? 10 feet from here, not the wall?
Yes.
It's awful close.
We'll be able to stay away 10 feet. What
Wasn't
it's
the
doing
pitch-
is,
Was,
my change is because of the fact that what's happening here is there's a porch, and what it's doing is we are actually going more this way, which the setback would be, it's perpendicular because of our line. And the line goes in this direction, which means that I had to come out more footage here in order to get this to fit, this corner.
Okay.
Was the pitch going the other way on that before?
Yes.
No, it would actually have gone the same way. It would be going the same way from the original. And this here, this is an update, which shows you we have a septic system here. It's a brand-new septic system, so that we would have the septic to handle the addition.
Is this the one where we talked about you were going to remove this pad back here?
No, we ended up staying within the limit, from what I understand, so it wasn't going to be necessary to do that.
Yeah, because I thought when we went out there, Judy, could you remember? We were concerned about the pitch of the roof and the close proximity of the sideline. You remember anything like that?
Well, here's the sideline here, 10 feet. And this here is actually going to be your drip edge, here. And actually, there would be enough room even to get this further away from that if you felt that you wanted another couple feet on that.
Patty, have you done the 30% on the revised drawings? On these new drawings?
Well, he's outside the
Yeah,
100
it's not- it's
foot.
shoreline. But the question originally was on the 20% lot coverage in the original.
Oh, because the construction's outside the 100 feet,
Yeah.
okay. My bad, thanks.
If it means that we have to remove the deck, then we will have to remove it in order.
Oh, I just thought when we were out there that that's one of the things that you were talking about, was removing this first pad.
No,
Or
it was decided that it was within limits. And the
Patty,
garage before was going to be 2 garage, 2 stories. And with this one, it's been changed so that it's really not 2 full storage floor. Isn't
right, but the
covering
footprint
that.
is bigger.
Pardon?
The footprint is bigger.
Yes, it is
A lot
going to be
bigger.
bigger, right.
So Patty, you said originally back on January 16th that you had done some calculations on the 20% lot coverage, and that would have to be officially done prior to them getting a building permit. But right at that time, not counting the driveway, because you weren't able to do it, probably because of the snow. Right now, not counting the driveway, the lot is at 13%, including the new garage. So if you're already at 13% with the original garage you proposed, now you're increasing it significantly from the sounds of it, and the driveway hasn't yet been calculated, I'd be concerned you're going to be over the 20%.
Well, and that's why I think we talked, that there was discussion
Yeah.
about
That's gonna
removing
be
this
you,
lower
right?
pad.
No, we don't have to worry about
Yeah.
that.
If he,
That's what I wanted to clarify, that even if we do this and he goes over the
that doesn't
20%,
have permission to go over the 20%.
right, you're going to have to verify it when he asks for the building permit itself.
I mean, it makes sense to go to the bigger garage, because a pickup truck wouldn't even fit in. I mean, you're going to have a hard time fitting a pickup truck in that garage now, is proposed. If it's any smaller, I mean, you're looking at Hondas at the most getting into them. So, I mean, I don't think the garage is...
Enlarging it, the garage 3 feet. So in length, because it has been incorporated into the part of the house that we were going to extend out, which that isn't going to happen now. This part will be extended out.
So we had originally put in the motion, no living space above the garage.
Then I think it's safe to say no separate living
Right,
space.
yeah.
But I don't think it's fair to say they can't have a bedroom upstairs. I think that goes,
I think the intention was, no.
yeah, but we gotta say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At first it was, yes.
What do you mean separate living space? Like an
Separate
in-law?
residential living,
Okay,
like
all
a
right.
duplex, yeah.
Apartment.
I was
Right,
thinking,
but
no
in-laws,
walls?
No,
No?
So,
what?
in-law apartment, still counts as a second family, right?
Right.
Yeah, if you have separate facilities, I'll call it, it doesn't matter if it's for an in-law or not, it's still a second residence.
What determines that, a kitchen?
If you have all the elements of a separate living unit, kitchen, bedroom,
Bathroom.
separate entrance, separate electrical service.
And so all these measurements are taken with your drip edge.
Because I told the architect, and he came on site, did all the measurements. Told him that the drip edge had to be,
And you have your abutters are all notified?
yes.
The only thing that concerns me is he's showing the dimensions to the foundation, not to the drip edge.
But, and what
I
are
mean,
the,
that's-
what are the dimensions? How does that compare to this drawing?
There's some differences.
What is this, 23 by,
26.6. I think you got 29 on here.
yeah, 23 by 29? And what is this?
This is 26.6 coming out and
Right.
23 on this side but there's a 5-foot bump out, so it's really 28 from the house.
Mm-hmm. And do we know what the drip edge is? Is that on there?
The drip edge is gonna, he said the drip edge could either be a foot, foot and a half, or whatever you wanted to put on that. And I'm thinking that I'll probably have a foot drip edge on it.
So what's the concern that you think he can't meet?
He's gonna have to, if you.
Right, that's what he's
He's
gonna have to, so.
Meet it, so.
Yeah, that's why I was asking, I mean, if he could be at 10 feet from the lot line, and then his drip edge is wrong, that's a different story, but if he's got space and the drip edge is wrong, it doesn't matter to us where
Well,
it is.
the thing is, I will have the space because I'm going this way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I don't see that it matters on the drip edge, you know you have to maintain it,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
So,
And all you're asking for tonight is to change the front setback from 48 to 46.
46.
Yeah.
Yes,
From
54 to 40.
46.
Oh, okay.
so, I mean, I'll make a motion that the front setback be no
Oh.
less than 45 feet and maintain the 10-foot sideline setbacks.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think you have to change your statement on the,
And no separate living quarters.
it's all new? Okay.
That's expired.
Okay.
This is.
Oh, it's expired,
Yeah.
okay. All right. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Did somebody second that? Yes? No?
Do you need to have anything, because it's a whole new thing, we don't have to have the wording in there about single-family
That's what
residence.
she's saying.
Okay.
You can if you want.
Yeah, no
It's redundant.
no single, no separate residence.
With having a bedroom above a garage, can I have a half bath up there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You just can't have like a kitchen and a
Yeah,
separate
right.
entrance.
No, it won't be an apartment, no. No.
I'll second it.
Okay. What was the actual motion? Did you include anything about that or not?
About the residence?
Yeah.
Yeah, no separate residence.
Okay, so that was part of the motion? All right. Okay, you seconded that, Kurt?
Yep.
Okay, any other discussion? All in favor?
Thank you.
All right. make sure you mean that. This line's gonna get closer and closer. You said 45, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because if it slides this way, the more the building slides this way, the closer that line's gonna get. So, okay, 45 makes sense.
That showed you, it's 45.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got a subdivision change.
Correct. It's, we're just amending the line between lots 3 and 4, the Woodland Ridge subdivision.
This is, it's hard, if you had a felt tip marker, you could barely tell with a line change.
Right, that's because it's so minor.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
like a foot and a half out or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think a little over 2, actually, but we didn't even change the endpoints. We just actually put a little kink in the line. And we really only had to do it because the person that constructed his house on Lot 3 just inadvertently got it a little too close, and it didn't quite meet the setback. And I still own Lot 4, so since it was such a small amount, and it does not create a non-conforming situation with my lot, Lot 4, I just agreed to give him the land.
Maybe all the parties are in agreement to it. It's a pretty straightforward from our side.
I mean, it doesn't change any other aspect of the
No,
subdivision.
number of lots or anything like that.
It doesn't affect any easements.
Lot size, minimum lot size and everything.
Are there letters from the other
Well,
homeowners?
these letters from the 2 people and in the text, and in the person.
Oh, I thought on the subdivision amendment, everyone in the subdivision had.
Interested parties. And we have an attorney letter that you guys have in your package from a previous subdivision that is the exact same circumstance that says just that, interested parties.
This is also, this also talks about a minor change in here.
I don't know if it's...
I'm just curious.
It talks about interested parties. That's the key word with the attorney.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I see it. I mean, the only interested parties are the 2 people that the lot's changing. I mean, it's, if you had a lot change in Lake Arrowhead, would you make all 6,000 some odd lot owners sign off? It just doesn't really make sense to
I
me.
thought that's what we did on that last one, though, up on Star Hill.
Because it changed the number of lots.
Right,
So
so it affects the other
it
people.
affects everybody, the percentage of the road
We split that
maintenance.
lot in half.
This doesn't change anything for the other lot owners except those 2.
Till they discover oil on that project.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe it's this simple, but it really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're a surveyor, that's why it's simple.
Never that simple.
I think the attorney, I don't even know why we have to look into the subdivision.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious. So they can go ahead and make a motion if they want. I was just curious about the order.
I'll make a motion that we accept the change in lots 3 and 4 of the subdivision to make lot 3 conforming with the existing building.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Thank you. I actually have...
We have to go back and set, do you have to set pins then and everything?
I do, yeah, and they're noted on the plan. I'm just going to wait for the snow to go down a little bit.
8:15?
Page,
Page 15, okay. Yeah, I don't know how I missed it. I mean, I knew
do
exactly
you
what I
have
was
any
looking
paper
for.
copies?
Yeah, you can actually have this one.
You can have, I got one
It's
here
not-
too.
Yeah, well, that's going to have a signed paper one and my lot. And then I'll give you my lot.
Okay. Just make sure that's a pretty good quality one. I mean, I just brought it to the meeting myself, but it looks like it's... Here's the Mylar.
Just leave it, I'll have them sign it.
Oh, I'm not gonna sign it right now?
Well, if you
Yeah,
want to
we
wait
can-
till they adjourn.
Oh,
They should
okay.
sign it.
I'm just trying to save some of the hassle. If you want to sign it, I'll take it now and get it recorded. Gotcha.
What else do we have left for tonight?
Minutes and a letter.
Can't do that because we don't have the right.
Mix of people. Sweet.
Oh, we don't, so we can't do the minutes anyway. Okay, so we're actually done then, right?
I mean, I got a question about Chief Boers' letter for Green Acres.
What I'm just
It is.
suggesting that we
Green Acres.
that we just finish the little bits that we have and then do it so we're not all standing in front of the camera bending
That's
over
fine.
signing this thing, okay, if you know what I mean? But we're almost done, so. So we can't do our minutes and what, the letter is all,
What was the question?
Sprinklers. It's not code, it's not, town has to accept that. He's saying that it should be code by
He
then?
can, he's requesting it.
Right. But that's not code.
He's requesting it.
IRC said it will be code for 2010, but the state has to adopt that, and then the town has to
He's
adopt it.
just requesting it. We can request,
even though it's not code. he's just
Yeah, and he's saying
requesting-
the code may be in place by the time construction starts, but it's not, and hopefully never will be.
And it's what we're doing now, not what might happen in the future,
Right.
so.
But hopefully that code never goes into place.
He's just recommending something.
I don't know, because you look at this letter and there's a lot of stuff he's requesting on here, because Pole Line Lane, that wasn't even talked about in the discussion. Upgrading that one, Bob's,
it should be. We can't even review it without talking about whether it should be upgraded or not, because they're all those cars are going out on that road. It has to be discussed.
But they need to be up to
The
the
standard.
standard for
The
that
number of cars.
number of that traffic.
Pole Line Road's not the one that's actually under the pole line. Pole Line is the road that they're gonna
There's a
jump off
two
of?
duplexes, the
Right.
duplexes are on.
Oh, okay.
It's already there, what, to a level for 3 houses. Now there are going to be,
Oh, I was thinking it was the one further down the road that,
Oh,
you know, it's,
bars.
no, Bob's is closer up, you know the next road down? It's actually under the pole line? Okay.
Oh,
Have they already put the pipes in, the water lines in already? So the fire hydrants would be in after the,
Did this go to the applicant?
I'll send it to them.
Okay.
they had proposed sprinklers, right?
I don't think they did.
Okay. Who just did? Somebody just came in,
Yeah,
right?
somebody just came to us and said they were sprinkling all the houses.
Yeah.
That was going to be required.
That one on Ospey Hill Road,
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the name of it. They're sprinkling the houses.
Oh, Dezane, up on Dezane Way, wasn't that gonna be sprinkled?
That's West Road.
That's West Road, yeah.
All right, you all set?
Yep.
Motion to adjourn? Is there a
Second.
second? All in favor? All right, we're all in favor.